Greetings, this is Jeff Chorpenning. I just got some record requests yesterday and wanted to put those up and share these public records that I obtained from the Licking County Sheriff's Office. It's an incident investigation report, case number 13-014287. Incidental information. Incident occurred 6/25/2013 at 15490 Main Street, Brownsville, Ohio 43033. Case status: open further investigation. Officer 3133 Joshua Hufford, 3106 Misty Van Balen. This paperwork says for the incident is disturbing a lawful meeting. Location type: government office. No gang involvement. The victims, it says, is society. State of Ohio. Other persons involved, it states: Hupp Benjamin C., 15890 National Road Southeast, Brownsville, Ohio 43033. Employer name, address same, 740-405-3628. Business phone the same. Assisting officers: Van Balen, Misty. And here is the note narrative section. And I noticed that as a section redacted, I called and inquired about that today. And the accused, they have redacted. So when I read this, where it's redacted, I'll just say redacted. On Tuesday, June 25th, 13, Sergeant Van Balen and I were dispatched to the Bowling Green Township Hall, located at 15490 Main Street in Brownsville, about a disturbance at a meeting. Once on scene, we met with Benjamin Hupp, who is a township trustee. Ben told me that one of the trustees, by the name of Redacted, was recording the audience during the meeting, and that he had another camera recording also. Ben stated that there is an area in the room where recording is permitted, and that recording of the trustee is permitted, but not the audience. Ben told me that if Redacted would not follow the rules, he wanted him removed because he was upsetting the audience. Ben stated that they passed a motion about the recordings during the meeting. After getting Ben information, I followed him inside and noticed a white male seated at a table holding a camera. I spoke with Redacted and advised him of the request of Benjamin, and he wanted to debate with me. Sergeant Van Balen also spoke with him, and he wanted to know what law he was breaking and for it to be shown to him. Redacted agreed to come outside. Redacted brought along his camera and spoke with us. Redacted wanted a copy of the law and told us that he was recording people in the audience for documentation of the meeting. Redacted provided me with his Ohio driver's license while Sergeant Van Balen began to research the ORC. I returned to my patrol vehicle and ran Redacted and Ben's information through LCSO dispatch. I then looked up ORC ODE 2917.12. After being informed that Redacted and Ben had no active warrant, I returned over to Sergeant Van Balen's patrol vehicle area with the ORC code for Redacted. I then had Redacted come over to my patrol vehicle and review the code. Redacted began to pick apart the code. Redacted told me that he was recording them because they make slanderous and threatening comments, and that he feels he has every right to record and document those actions. Redacted told me that he has recorded for the last several years. I spoke with Redacted about people being allowed to come to the meetings. Redacted told me that some people cannot come to the meeting and he provides them an opportunity to find out what is going on at the meetings. I continued to speak with Redacted, and he later told me that he would turn off his camera if we stood by the meeting to make sure there was no problems. I told him that would be fine, and I would check with my superior. I advised Sergeant Van Balen of Redacted's comments and then began to walk inside. Before making it inside, Ben came out and several others. I told Ben about Redacted's turning the camera off if we stood by, and I noticed that several of the members in the audience came outside now. They began telling us about Redacted and his actions. While speaking with the subjects outside, I observed Redacted walking to his vehicle, which was parked on the opposite side of the road. Redacted had his camera with him, and he left. We then went inside the meeting, and I made an announcement and informed everybody that I would include them in the report. I went outside to get my clipboard when some people began coming outside. I collected several names and asked the people later if they felt that Redacted behavior disrupted or interfered with the meeting. The people that I spoke with said to me, yes. The people I spoke with told me that Redacted uses the video and put it on social network sites and use it against them later. I was also advised that some people do not go to the meetings because they don't want to be recorded and are scared. The people I spoke with were upset about the actions of Redacted. I spoke with Ben and Dan Van Buren, who is also a Bowling Green Township trustee, if they wanted to attempt to file charges against Redacted for his actions tonight at the meeting. Both told me yes on behalf of the citizens. I told Ben that I need a copy of the audio from the meeting, and he would attempt to have it for me on Wednesday, June 26, 13. Ben and Dan were provided with the case number and my name. I told the remaining people there to get the report information from them. Case pending audio from the meeting. Cruiser video and wireless mic recording available. Deputy J. Hufford. And attached to this are the 15 listed witnesses. It also has all these witnesses' addresses, race, sex, date of birth, age, phone numbers, in some cases a few other items. The witnesses are Jack R. Hedges, Iris Hedges, Ronald D. Duvall, Tim May, Patricia A. West Voland, Terry Clayton, Therese Gardner, Charles Skinner, Philip Clayton, Danny Hupp, Thomas B. Clayton, Barbara Lucille Saliga, Daniel N. Van Buren, Thomas L. Gardner, and the 15th one is Kirk Catherine. In addition to this record request, I also purchased a disc. The disc is not exactly what I asked for, but this disc is a copy of the audio of the meeting. So when I get the other records, I will update and provide those as well.